Next thing, let's see which link that I saved here. All right. So basically, what has happened is that Riot released The Brink of Infinity. So I've already watched this. This made a lot of fans upset because, you know, there is a standard that Riot has set for themselves that is through the roof. So The Brink of Infinity was released and they made this post. They said that this is the anthem. And it was such weird wording, especially because someone has figured out that the text of this song is all quotes from Champions. So that part you could see is already kind of lazy. I believe that the song has already kind of, like this song, I feel like I've heard it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's an actual song. But I'm just going to play it. We're going to watch it together. And apparently, there's been some developments to the story that we will get to after we've listened to it.
Once again, I stand at the brink of infinity. What lies beyond the shrouded path? Death? No, nothing that simple. The best part of me will live on.
So, like, the visuals look kind of nice.
I do not fear the darkness.
But I need more than nice.
I will brave the shadows, trusting nothing but my strength. I have found my limit 1,000 times, and still I press further.
Guys, are you seeing the last man alive? Please be chased down!
Yeah, like, I don't feel hyped at all.
A lesson. Now I will teach them to fear me. I will become what I must be. Why? Because I can.
So if this was a video that would present, let's say, a tournament, that would be okay, right? Like if it would be the presentation, if this was the presentation of a smaller thing, it would be okay, right? If this was the thing, and let's say we just talked about the World Qualifying Series. If this was the video that presented the World Qualifying Series, then at the end, next to that Nexus, there was like, you know, one team and the other team, and they would just stand there looking all badass, then that would be sick, right? That would be sick. But this, so the main thing, just for those who don't know, I'm going to give you guys the point of comparison, right? So this is the 2023 cinematic, and that is what the thing that scares everybody, that the fact that it says the 2023 cinematic. And we are in a situation where even in the cinematic, they are using, so basically Riot is heavily leveraging their esports position. League of Legends as an esports is top-notch. It's top-notch. The balancing team is the best one there is. You might have your complaints about the game, but in terms of balancing the game, League of Legends balancing team is by far the best. The World Championship last year, it is very hard for any esport to top that in terms of what kind of a global impact an event had, okay? In terms of esports, Riot Games has been completely perfect. And my concern here is, even from hearing the cool casters, right, in this video, feels like they are leaning a little bit too heavy into the esports side, because I think the fantasy side that you could imagine your esports journey in still accomplish the same thing, but heavier in the other direction. I think it brought all types of fans together, the previous ones. So I'm going to just pull up The Call, because The Call was one of the best videos made of all time in my mind. Because, so this is the season 2022 cinematic, okay? The season 2022 cinematic is a masterpiece, in my opinion. Gather here if you think this is the 2023 times better than the new cinematic. So basically, this video has 103, I said it the German way, 143 million views, okay? So I'm going to just play it because it's an absolute banger, okay? This video is a masterpiece. So we went from this to the other one. Aurelion Sol. In my mind, I've already fallen, so I climb. Wait, how could Rek'Sai see Kaiser? She wasn't moving. I don't know, like, I borderline get tears, man. It's like, for me, this video is such a big deal, right? Because it's like, I've been playing this game for, like, I've been playing this game for 12, 13 years, you know? I've played this game for 12, 13 years, and this wakes everything up in me, man. it never gets old for me. This video, it wakes everything up in me in terms of my love for the game and all the hours that I put in. Watching this makes it feel so worth it, you know? Like this touches my soul, you know? It touches my heart. Like, this is so impactful, you know? It really makes me want to play League, you know? The 2021 one wasn't super exciting, I'm gonna be honest. The 2021 one wasn't so sick. The Warriors one is absolutely mental. The 2019 one, it's been crazy, you know? And then you compare this to what we just watched, you compare it to the previous one, and the fact that they have the same name is what makes it so scary. I thought maybe this is like an intro or something, but then you see the regular names two-way, and you see the fact that it has the same, you know, name structure. Super scary, man. I don't think we got anything. I just wish, you know, like the 2021 one was not that great, right? It wasn't that great, the cinematic. This one wasn't that great, okay? And you can see it in the views too, right? 9 millions. So there's 9 million views, and you can see that this didn't have the same impact, but at least this one I can justify, you know? There was an idea here.
Run from darkness.
They really wanted to hammer home the whole idea of like Viego, and they really wanted to make it into a big deal. There was a big bet of theirs, but then they kind of rug pulled it in the end, you know? This, at least I can understand this was an attempt at something. Because a lot of the animations, everything, it's still pretty sick, you know. And this previous one, like the perception is so important. Perception is so important. League of Legends have, like, when you talk about games that are only being played for the sake of competition, because that is the hole that Riot has kind of pinholed themselves into, right? When you've created that situation for yourself, you cannot, it's like when you are at the top, you cannot ever have the perception that you're dying or that you're doing worse. That perception cannot happen. The moment the perception is that the game is not doing or putting enough effort or putting enough resource behind, whenever that perception is the case, it is going to become true. First, the content creators will go, the fans will go, and then the numbers will dwindle. And then to recapture that will be so much more costly in the long term. But I hope that Riot owns this. It was the same thing with the world's anthem, right? The world's anthem. You know, still, even though I didn't like this world's anthem, the Star Walking, we're not going to play it because I'm going to get copyright struck. Even though I didn't like it, they tried something so bold. So they tried something very bold. They brought in Lil Nas X. You know, that's sick. You know, this is a fucking big ass musician. It fell flat. You know, it is what it is. They tried to do something crazy. They tried to do something big. Right? It was a big marketing ploy. They tried to cater to more of the audience that isn't necessarily so deep into League of Legends. But this was at least an attempt at something, right? This I can understand. This I cannot understand. I cannot understand. I can't. There was an image that someone posted, which was kind of hilarious. This image. It is kind of funny. This is Kha'Zix ulting with Yuumi. This is a Rengar ulting. This is Mord and GP in Mord ult right here. And this is Teemo in passive. This is Spike W. This is Shaco about to Q on Leona. Leona with E in Bush. Oh man. Kaiser empowered E. Nico teasing her mid-scope update. Evelyn post 6 and then action sneaking. I thought this was pretty funny. So apparently there's been a development. Riot is supplying us with this message. Let's read it. I haven't read it. A message from Riot about season 2023. We've launched a cinematic as a part of season start every year since 2018, and make no mistake, everyone on League knows how much you love them, so do we. This year, there were some unprecedented circumstances that had us choose an alternate approach to season 23 video. However, we believed it could still embody League's broad universe and competitive spirit while celebrating the start of a new season. But we've heard your feedback and want to acknowledge Brink of Infinity missed the mark for the action-packed, champion-led trailer you expected, and has led to further speculation about our investment in League. Honestly, we should have been more communicative, which might have helped with some of the feeling and speculation. We do believe that League has a bright future and we're investing in that, but we can do a better job of sharing those plans with you. We are committed to giving you more details about what investment looks like in the next couple of days. We really appreciate your passion and feedback, and League's success wouldn't be possible without your dedication. So this reads like a PR statement, right? I personally couldn't care less about a statement like this. The only thing I do care about is this follow-up, right? I also care about the fact that we moved in a direction where this was released. This was released, okay? This was released, and they believed it could still embody League's broad universe. Like, this to me makes it seem like they think that the League universe is very narrow. They have continuously shattered the image of what the casual sees in the game. And the thing is, the casuals, they are the ones breathing life into the game. A game is not interesting unless it's the biggest game. If you want to compete, you want to compete in what is the biggest game. There's no interest in playing a competitive game unless it is the biggest game. And when they say that they believe that this still would embody League's broad universe and competitive spirit while celebrating the start of a new season, I don't know. It is not only that it's champion led, it is just the lore and the fights and the messaging is so clear, and everyone can kind of, you know, build their own story. Okay, everyone can build their own story within the video. Okay, everyone can build their own story, imagine their own story, and it encourages people to play the game, right? I don't know. It's the same thing with the World Championship, right? When it comes to it's like the concepts that work, right? Like Taking Over, right? That was such a good song, right? This song was an absolute banger, right? And you could see the story of the World Championship fucking good. That's Expeke backstabbing him, you know, he just got backdoored. And this, like the concept works so well. Like, don't stray away from it. Don't. It works so well, you know? It's like, imagine they would take KDA and then all of a sudden they would just release a country album. Like, it wouldn't make sense. It's like, what's the point? It's just stick to what works, you know? And don't get me wrong, right? I don't mind, once again, I don't mind when there's a situation where they tried something new and it didn't work. I don't mind that at all. But when we have this Brink shit, right? When we have this Brink video, this is something that doesn't require a lot of effort to create. That's the thing. Like, as long as we see the effort behind something, that would be cool. You know, that would be fine. I don't mind if Riot misses the mark when the intent and the effort is well placed. Because to play the devil's advocate, right? They have set an incredible bar for themselves, right? They've set an incredibly high bar. The call, I was like, if it wasn't for me not being allowed to show any emotions my whole childhood, I would have fucking cried. You know, I was holding back tears when I was watching the call. This was an insanely high bar, okay? And in order to reach that and achieve that again, you gotta, you know, take some risks. But this probably takes the indirect biggest risk of them all. And that is showing signs of giving up. That is indirectly the biggest risk of them all. You know, one of those... Yeah. I don't know. There's no way you thought an Unreal Engine 4 camera pan of Summoner's Rift would have been a good idea. I still refuse to believe that. Reacting to me lying. That is hilarious. Did you watch episode 6 of Valorant? No. Well, okay, should we watch it? Episode... Oh shit. This is the Valorant movie? Is this it? So we have a Valorant cinematic. Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be horrible. The third. This. Oh no. Guys. If this is bad, if this is great, I'm gonna be really, really sad. Good for Valorant. Well, let's see this. India. Bro, it's kind of messed up. She's dead to some random dude in the club like that.
Visions in my head of this. You don't know the half of it. I got dreams of looking up.
Yo, Sage.
Nothing feel like how it feels.
Why you looking so spicy, Sage?
The weight of everything's
Oh, this is sick, man.
sometimes I'm trapped inside and I don't know what I'm gonna do. take on the world. It's the only thing that we know how to do. I've got dreams.
Oh shit! Okay. Ooh. Who's cutting the bonsai?
Mistakes, the good and bad days, but nothing really breaks if I got you. Look at the sky when you go outside. I know there is nothing to keep me down.
Alright. How unbalanced is this character, by the way? What's Akshan doing here, bro? Akshan is vibing with pistols. Oh shit. Oh, that's really cool, actually. Oh man, that's so cool, actually. You know, it's like, it's much harder to create a really insane cinematic for Valorant. Let's be honest, okay? Because the champions, there's so many different champions in League, right? And the lore goes so much deeper, right? But they are building it, and this looks super nice. But this is super cool, but it's definitely not the same style. But this is way better than Brink of Victory, or whatever the fuck it's called. Brink of something. Brink of Infinity. Sorry, I don't want to suppress the name in my brain. Oh man. Oh. Yeah. Pain. Pain, guys. Pain. Just pain. Just pain. Let's read some more comments and then let's move on. If you guys decide to make a new cinematic a few months later as a response for the backlash, I hope you include the champions promoter for the one that was supposed to be the cinematic today. We were waiting for Yorick, Katarina, Aatrox, and the others. Yeah, comments like this, honestly, bleh. This is like imagine acting entitled. I don't know, man. I don't like this type of comment. Oh, Jesus, Dr. Phil, relax. These nuts. Comp is supposed to introduce players to the game and hype them up, not exclusively why I started playing. I started playing because the character looked cool, not because the cast is screaming about the play from 10 years ago. I stick with games with stories, not dry content. This is the main thing, right? This is the main thing that I feel like Riot has completely missed the mark on. Is like they They think that League of Legends is primarily a product. It's like the competitive side of League of Legends is doing so well, so they are completely ignoring everything else. That is the problem. Where's the game modes? Where's the different ways of playing League of Legends? Where's the stories? Where's the hype? Where's the you know, there needs to be a nature of, oh, I want to play this character because I think it's fucking cool, you know? That part of it needs to be there, you know? It's like, bro, I can tell you, man. Like, let's look at my op.gg, okay? Let's look at my op.gg. YamatoCannon. Okay? This is my op.gg. This is... So, I watched the cinematic, okay? I watched the cinematic, and then look what I played this season. This is what I played. This is me. And I am one of the most competitive people. I am in the top echelon of competitive people in this game, for sure. And this is me, okay? Look how much Ornn and Pantheon I played. I jumped on this, bro. Bro, the brink of infinity makes me not want to play the new season tomorrow. It doesn't make me want to play the new season tomorrow. But look at this. I watched the call. Bro, I have an Ornn trophy. I have an Ornn trophy. I have an Ornn trophy. I won this. I won this Ornn trophy. Look. Ornn Worlds 2022. I won this trophy. I won this trophy, okay? I won this trophy. And the thing is, okay? The thing is, the genuine issue I feel is I think that Riot's decision making in a lot of aspects are very short-term driven. I think that the competitive side of the game is really, really good. Really good. Okay? The balancing, the game as a competitive game, I think is fantastic. Really good game. I have to make that clear. Even the messaging, okay? The messaging around MSI changes, worlds changes was very good. They made things very clear. They gave good reasoning and they allowed themselves room to potentially change it in the future. This messaging, the video was all very well done. Very, very well done. But that part cannot carry the game alone. We were very fortunate to have a perfect World Championship in North America. It was a perfect World Championship. And the thing is, perfect things rarely happen. They almost never happen. Us having a story of that DRX had is just not going to happen. Like, the odds of that happening is so slim. I'm telling you guys, it's so slim. In the current day and age, when the game becomes more and more figured out because very few changes are happening, the odds of the underdog winning is so slim. So they expect this competitive beauty that they build up to carry other aspects of the game. But there's a lot of casuals. The majority of casuals don't give a shit about it. You need to give people more reasons to play the game and more ways to play the game. You have to. You have to. Why did World of Warcraft at its peak have so many different players? Because you could play the game in so many different ways. it catered to many different type of players. Many different type of players. And I've seen games that are hyper-focused on the competitive side die. Even though, in my opinion, it was the beauty, one of the like beautiful games. It's like Bloodline Champions was one of those games. It was so hyper-focused on the competitive game. They wanted to make sure that the competitive game is the only thing that matters, and they put all the resources into it because they want to create a battlefield of true skill expression. But because players didn't give a shit about the game, the casual player didn't give a shit about the game. Bro, for example, World of Warcraft, right? I give this as an example. Because back in the days, you could raid. There's people that did crafting. There was people that just did daily quests and farmed reputations, farmed mounts, farmed pets, fishing. There's so many different ways to play the game. It's like, the best example was, in my family, my mother plays World of Warcraft. My brother played World of Warcraft. I played World of Warcraft. So I played World of Warcraft. What I loved doing vanilla was that I loved doing world PvP. So I went to areas where people were lower level than me, and I just ganked them with my dwarf warrior called Hippopotamus in Swedish, Flodhäst. And then my mother, she would just farm reputations. She would be in Winter Spring, like gathering rune cloth and getting information for the winter those tigers, the reputation there that you can have access to. And my brother would do raiding. And we would all enjoy the game, but in our own way. Nobody really plays football? Are you crazy, Broccoli Boy? Nobody really plays football? That is not true. That is really not true. Inside on Esports, thank you very much. I assume Monte is the one dealing with the OBS. Thank you so much for the raids. I appreciate it. I am currently in tears about how Riot is managing things. Welcome everybody, Inside on Esports fans and viewers. We are currently looking at, we looked at the Brink of Infinity and so forth, but we compared it to previous season cinematics, and we looked at Riot's messaging, and we are about to continue. We're about to continue in the direction of watching more of the Riot videos that they put out. Yamato, do you see any silver lining in this? I don't expect for you to find anything, but I'd love to know if there's any way to have something positive come out of this. I'm tired of people say Riot is shit, turn out to be right. I just want some positivity around League, but they are making it harder in this community sometimes. Well, as I mentioned, I think the competitive side, the changes to MSI, changes to Worlds are super exciting, super, super good. I think the balanced team is the best one we have of any game this size, for sure. I don't think anything comes close. So these things are things that are really going in the right direction and in our favor. If we look at everything else, the main hope is that Riot drops its own ego and begins to evaluate their situation with some of the misses they've had recently. The miss of the world's anthem, this miss with the Brink of Infinity, in terms of the messaging around the LCS. We are going to hope that these are wake-up calls. If these are wake-up calls, and Riot has always been a player-driven company, let's hope that they beat out the guys that want to just make the money. And at this point, League of Legends just seems to be the caterpillar that is going to be the vessel that brings life to the Riot MMO butterfly. But the main thing is, right, it's like if you go down 10 years from now and they've managed to invest so much into League of Legends, building its universe and gathering players, it is going to have so much spillover to the Riot MMO too. So much spillover to the Riot MMO too. The reason everybody was hyped for World of Warcraft was because Diablo 2 was one of the best games ever made, Warcraft 3 was one of the best games ever made. The track record of Blizzard was insane. Everyone was so excited for World of Warcraft because when Blizzard released games back then, they were there to dominate. And Riot Games took that reins of what Blizzard was in the first place. Okay? It took the reins of what Blizzard was in the first place. They would take an idea, make it better, and dominate the space. They never innovated in the area in terms of creating some new genre. But they did innovate in those genres that were dominant and then took over those genres. TFT, what other auto battler do people play? Right? The auto battlers, there's no other auto battlers. The TFT has one. Okay? In terms of MOBAs, Dota 2 is there, but League of Legends is winning. Let's be honest. Okay? Valorant, I understand their investment in Valorant. There they have tougher competition with CSGO because CSGO has the seniority. But even there, Valorant they are making big moves. You know? The fighting game is going to be amazing. Let's be honest. TFT did not win because it's better. It won because Auto Chess fucked themselves. Well, the thing is, Vanidart, every company runs that risk of fucking themselves. That's the thing, right? Mordog is a damn smurf. And the thing is, CSGO as well, it's like their patch cycles are very limited. Valve's involvement in things is kind of strange. You know, you have these game developers that are not the greatest, right? If you think of Activision Blizzard, what kind of a game developer is this, right? Not that great. Valve has had their fair share of issues in terms of how committed they've been into the esports side, you know? You have Nintendo. Nintendo is a shit show, guys, when it comes to the competitive side. Maybe I'm missing some kind of large company that is making competitive games, but these are the names that are coming to mind. But if you want to be the best in the space, and you rely on being the best one in the space when you are creating competitive games, they need to also understand what casual players want. And I think that the biggest issue is that Riot is, when they don't see a return, instant return on some of their investments, they cut them short. And I think that you can invest into things and create loyalty in your player base, and that is invaluable. Warcraft 3 was released. Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne managed to be better than Warcraft 3. Diablo 2 was a fantastic game with its issue. Lord of Destruction was a masterpiece. Blizzard took over the world, and moving into the direction of World of Warcraft, everyone was hyped for World of Warcraft due to the nature of their previous games. Yes, CSGO is a very good esport, for sure. I'm telling you guys, if the Arcane Season 2 is going to be bad, holy shit. If Arcane Season 2 is bad, they are in deep trouble. Oh man, they're in deep trouble. In deep trouble. I think visually Valorant is a very nice game to look at. And I think it's also, even though gunplay is so important in Valorant 2, I think that you can get away with less gunplay, which makes the casual feel more impactful in lower stake games. The higher elo you get in Valorant, the more impactful gunplay is, but in CSGO, gunplay is the only thing that matters. And when I say gunplay, I mean like understanding positioning, reading, timings and so forth, all of that, right? But in Valorant, you have spells, you have abilities, you feel like you can contribute a lot easier if you can't aim well. Obviously, the higher rank you get, the better you need to aim, but you want to do it? Not yet, Alan. I have some more videos to look at. This actually took a lot longer than I expected. Let's move on, guys. I think we can end with, do we watch 2019 cinematic or 2020 cinematic? What about Executes and Smokes? What about Executes and Smokes? Yeah, but that's a very limited part of the game, right? That only becomes relevant later. So 2019 and 2020, I think both are insane. Both, let's go. So this is also a masterpiece. This is something to be proud of. Bro, I want to play Draven now. I want to play Draven. I want to play Draven now. Look at him. I think this was intentional. They made Rayla look a little bit off to make people want to play her less, because the champion design is inherently toxic. And they made her lose to Sion to create a false perception. Bro, I played so much Camille after I saw this, by the way. I played so much Camille. Bro, I played insane amounts of Camille after this. The song is insane, bro. The violins, the two violins that are fighting against each other in the song, holy fuck, dude. It's insane. And now you hear only one violin. And now it's the revival of the violin. Karma's so unbalanced, by the way. CC immunity? Cannon ult. Oh, Jade is so cool. This image. Oh. Yasuo has a big ass afro. It's crazy. Oh man. Let's look at 2020 as well. Watch the 2023 one. No. Should we just watch the 2023 one between each one of them? Alright, let's do it, you crazy bastards. Bro, what is it even called, bruv? Brink of Infinity. No. Wait, they removed it? They removed it or what? They removed it. Riot removed it. No way. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, okay.
Once again, I stand at the brink of infinity. What lies beyond the shrouded path? Death? No, nothing that simple. The best part of me will live on, in the scars I leave behind. I do not fear the darkness. I will brave the shadows, trusting nothing but my strength. I have found my limit 1,000 times, and still I press further.
Holy shit! Guys! Whoa!
I have found my limit.
Is that honey fruit? Is that honey fruit? Is that honey fruit, bro? That's crazy. I love honey fruit. I just wanna play. I just wanna play League and eat honey fruit.
Times, and still I press further.
Den här videon suger, mannen.
Now I will teach them to fear me.
Bruv.
What I must be.
Must be.
As I can.
Yeah, why are there daggers? Like, since when does the Nexus shoot daggers?
Why? Because
Why is the Nexus shooting daggers? Is Katarina ulting or what? Bruv. And now we have to go here. Work while they are playing. Good night and scheme. Howdy. Bro, Kaiser looks so cool. Put it in every cinematic. Why not? Sell all the Kaiser skins you want. I don't care if you do this shit. Bring me these violins. I'll buy every Kaiser skin. I don't know, man. It's so cool. So cool. So cool, guys. So cool. So cool. I don't remember this one, actually. Oh, I remember this now. Oh, this song is actually insane. Oh no. She's getting chased by tentacles. It's a disaster. Ooh, Riot were doing the piano outro before Kendrick Lamar. That's crazy. Oh, look at this. This video is getting recommended to us. Should we watch it? Wow. Bro, I'm so done. I'm so done, bro. I'm so done, bro. I'm so done, dude. Bro, this is the official 2023 season song for This is the official 2023 cinematic. I've decided. We're getting hyped. This is the 2023 cinematic from now on. Watch this. That's actually brilliant. That's brilliant, guys. Let's do that. It's so much better, actually. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. Thank you so much for the idea, whoever it was. That was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Let's move on, guys. I think we can move on to the next topic at hand. Let's take a look at this. All right.